The following is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.
Woodlawn Road. We have been there since 2018. We previously had a campus in downtown Lincoln, and at our campus we provide several different learning opportunities for students. So we do offer the undergraduate coursework that students take in preparation of transfer to a four-year program, and many of your listeners might be familiar with those type of general education courses. We also do offer some work-ready options that are meant to put students directly into the workforce after completion of their program. We also offer adult education courses in GED preparation. So for those are free courses for students that might need to prepare to take the GED exam. And then we also offer continuing education courses, so classes in personal enrichment, business solutions, and other types of non-credit bearing courses.
Okay, so Lincoln, as we mentioned, has the campus of Heartland Community College, as does Pontiac, with the main campus located in Normal. Do you have any specific activities or programs or things going on to sort of make the Lincoln campus feel like the local campus for our students, or make them feel more like it's more of a traditional college campus? So
we do offer our Hometown Hawks program, which is an added component of academic success, personal success, and then student engagement opportunities as well. So through our Lincoln campus, we are able to offer many of the same services that we offer at our main campus up in Normal. These services being free tutoring services to all of our students, student counseling services. We also have a lot of engagement opportunities, so ways for students to create a community here at our local campus. So examples of those, we've done tie-dye t-shirts, we've done lunch and learn, where students can learn about some different programs and services that are available to them, and so those different types of engagement opportunities as well.
All right, so if I'm a student in Lincoln and I want to attend Heartland Community College, but I'm not sure about, for example, my financial aid, do I have to drive all the way to Normal to find out answers, or are some of those responses, and can I get that information locally? Yeah, so we offer what we call campus connections through our Hometown Hawks program. And so many of these student service areas have main campus connections that we can directly refer students to in areas like financial aid, academic advising and success coaching, the tutoring and student counseling services, and also to help understand the billing that goes along with education.
participation.
Okay, so why don't we go ahead and take our first break now, and we'll get settled up here for the rest of the show. If you have questions of Jennifer or her colleague who has joined us, Larissa McIlvain, the Associate Director of the Foundation Relations at Heartland, 217-648-5510, the number to call, or you can email us questions, 4pm411 at WLCNonline.com. We will be back in 2 minutes. And we are back on the 4 p.m. 411, joined by Larissa McIlvain and Jennifer Kirby of Heartland Community College. And we're going to talk about several things while you ladies were here, one of which is the upcoming event to raise funds for Heartland. So I don't know which one of you wants to lead off with that, but you've got an upcoming event. Why don't you tell all our listeners about it?
Thank you. Yeah, Lincoln Night Out is coming up October 13th at Heartland Community College Lincoln campus, and it's an annual event that we're bringing back with a new name this year, and it's going to be featuring the local band from the Bloomington Normal area, Toucan. They've played at the event before. They play a variety of covers of all different types of music, and we'll be set up out in the parking lot, so we encourage everyone to buy tickets and to come out and support our hometown Hawks.
So this is an outdoor event, and it is, I'm sorry, what was the date again?
October 13th.
Mm-hmm. And the folks can show up at 6 o'clock, and then the actual meal begins at 6:30?
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
So it's really a loose agenda. We just like to come out and have fun. Food will be ready probably at 6 when people arrive. The band plays at 6:30 until 8 o'clock. We're going to have some raffle prizes. You can come out and buy 50/50 tickets, and since it's in the parking lot, we encourage you to bring your chairs or set up tailgate style behind your car to enjoy the event.
Okay. And what does this raise money for?
Yeah.
Where does that money go?
Great question. All of the funds that we raise for this event stay local. So they're going to support students in Logan County with scholarships and program support for the Hometown Hawks program as well.
What's on the menu?
Great. Do you want to speak to that? Okay. We have Top of the 19th is catering for us, and they're going to do a boxed meal, and it's going to be probably two different types of sandwiches, two different options of a non-bread sandwich, and we're going to have yummy sides to go with it, as well as a dessert. And we will have tea and lemonade, and then we will have a cash bar as well.
Okay. And if folks are interested, like folks who want to support Heartland Community College, I'm assuming it takes sponsors to run such an event. Do you have those opportunities available as well?
Thank you so much for asking. Yes, we do have sponsorship opportunities starting at $250, upwards of $1,000, and all of that money, again, supports our scholarship programs and programs for the Hometown Hawks. And each of those sponsorship opportunities comes with tickets to the event. So you're going to support, you're going to come out and listen to some great music and have a beautiful evening on our campus.
And when you talk about the Hometown Hawks program and supporting the local program, can either or both of you maybe talk about what that, I mean, we know what the words are, but how does that happen? Like, what kinds of support does it allow you to give students?
Yeah, so I referred to it a little bit earlier. That is a lot of the student support services that we're able to provide to our students locally without them having to travel up to Bloomington Normal, to the Bloomington Normal campus. So, like I said, free tutoring services available not only on our campus but online as well, and then student counseling services and student engagement opportunities. Project Rise services, those are all available to our students locally through the Hometown Hawks program.
Okay, we're talking with Larissa McIlvain and Jennifer Kirby from Heartland Community College, talking about the upcoming Lincoln Night Out Groove and Glow event on October 13th. Funds raised support the Hometown Hawks program, as you just heard, and for the students here in Logan County. If folks want to attend this event, rather than not necessarily sponsorship, but just want to be there, how do they go about doing that, or getting tickets to do that?
Yeah. Tickets are $25 a piece, and you can go online to purchase those tickets at heartland.edu/Lincoln Night Out, and you can purchase them right online. Or if you are in Lincoln and want to stop by campus, they will sell you tickets on campus during normal business hours.
And if folks just have questions about the event, is there a phone number they can call?
Yeah, you can call our foundation office, 309-268-8110. We could also sell you tickets over the phone.
Okay, very good. And so when we talk about supporting the local students and supporting Logan County students, do you have any kind of numbers on that as far as how many Logan County students there are, how many scholarships there are, how these just how those numbers are shaking out this year?
So currently, for this academic year, we have 7 scholarships that are earmarked specifically for Logan County students. So donors have indicated that they would like a Logan County or Lincoln area student to receive that scholarship. So over and above that, though, the foundation does offer a large number of scholarships. So we have 14 Logan County students who are receiving the benefits of scholarships through our foundation office.
And you talked a little bit earlier, this maybe doesn't necessarily go with the scholarship or the fundraising aspect, but it's not only students that benefit from having the campus in Lincoln. I believe you mentioned, or at least it's in my notes here, that the Lincoln campus also serves as a community resource. Can you talk about some ways that that the Lincoln campus does benefit not necessarily students, but community members in general?
Sure. So through our continuing education office, we do offer personal enrichment business service courses to our local community, but we also serve as a resource for organizations that might want some meeting space. We have space on our campus that we would love to connect with local businesses and help support them in any way that they might want to do off-site training. And then through our campus, we also have offered traffic safety school. So there are certainly other ways that Heartland supports the community.
Okay, so our guests once again, Larissa McIlvain, Jennifer Kirby of Heartland Community College, 217-648-5510 if you have questions or comments. Maybe you're a Heartland student or a former Heartland student, want to talk about the wonderful experience you had there. You can call up and tell our listeners. And we will be back. We'll go ahead and take our second break now, a little bit early, but we'll be back. Want to make sure you're aware next week we will have the mayor of Lincoln, Tracy Welch, on, since it's the first Tuesday of the month. On October 4th, he will be our guest. And then in 2 weeks, we will have Jennifer DeWeese, who's the new, or somewhat new, executive director at Capsule, which is the Community Action Partnership of Central Illinois. But right now, we will take our break for this week and be back in 2 minutes. We are back on the 4 p.m. 411 talking with Larissa McIlvain and Jennifer Kirby of Heartland Community College. 217-648-5510, the number to call if you have questions, or you can send us an email, 4pm411 at wlcnonline.com. We've been talking a little bit about the upcoming Groove and Glow event on October 13th, which will be taking place at the Lincoln campus, an outdoor event to raise funds for the Heartland Community College Foundation, of which Larissa McIlvain is the Associate Director of Foundation Relations. So why don't we talk about that a little bit? What exactly is the Heartland Community College Foundation, and what does it do? What function does it serve?
Right, so the Heartland Community College Foundation really supports the college and students, and so we help our students by offering scholarships, providing opportunities for them to continue their education at Heartland, and also our board and other constituents are providing advocacy for our students in our programs at Heartland.
Okay. And how does, obviously the foundation, and we talked about sponsoring this event or hosting this event here at the Lincoln campus. Obviously, you are taking on money to be distributed to support the students and in terms of activities as well as scholarships. Are there specific scholarships that are available for students here in the Logan County area in the Lincoln campus?
Yeah, so the foundation fundraises year-round, and we have many different events as well as campaigns that we're fundraising to help reach our goals and our initiatives to support students. Lincoln Night Out, Groove and Glow is one of those events, and they specifically going to support our Logan County students. And as Jennifer mentioned earlier, there are 7 scholarships that the foundation offers specifically to Logan County students, but that doesn't limit them to those 7 scholarships, and so they're able to apply for any scholarship that they qualify for. And the foundation awarded over $500,000 in scholarship this year to students across all of our campuses, and we continue to grow those scholarship opportunities to assist with tuition fees and sometimes books. And then in addition to that, we support programs like Hometown Hawks and other academic programs, as well as currently we're also fundraising for agriculture and advanced manufacturing new buildings on the Normal campus. So there's a lot going on, a lot of great things that are going to support students in different ways.
And so if students are looking to attend Heartland and they're interested in receiving or at least applying for one of those scholarships or seeing if they might qualify, how would they go about doing that, or is there a certain timeline for the process?
So students want to check in with our financial aid office. Definitely, it's free to apply to attend Heartland, so that's the first step, right? And then once they're accepted, they can apply for scholarships. They can contact the financial aid office. They will walk them through the FAFSA process and also encourage them to apply for foundation scholarships. It's an online process. It's fairly easy, and that one process will then help us identify which scholarships they qualify for. So they're not sorting through folders of which scholarships are available and having to apply many different times. It's just one application.
One application, and then that covers them for everything. And then I'm assuming there are all, a wide variety of scholarships, some that might be for certain programs or some that are based on financial, need-based.
Don't be afraid. If you're not a 4.0 student, there's still a scholarship for you, whether you're studying nursing, ag, education. There's some that don't have any type of education or requirements of a certain type. So there's a scholarship out there almost for anybody. So we want every student to apply because it's really beneficial for them to get additional funds so that they can free up some other funds to, take another class or buy a book or something like that. And in addition to this application is for credit-seeking students, degree-seeking students, but we also have work-ready scholarships available for Logan County students. So any student who has a financial need are able to apply for work-ready scholarships. You can find more information about those at heartland.edu/work, and it includes a list of different types of programs and a link to the scholarship applications. So one program, for example, that's in Logan County that is considered a work-ready program is our CNA program, and so there are scholarships available for that.
So just for the listeners who may not know, could you just kind of broadly define what work-ready means as opposed to a different type of scholarship?
Right. So work-ready is more of a short-term program rather than a full 2-year program, or it's a program that's intended to take a student directly into the workforce rather than transferring to a 4-year university.
So whereas a student who's transferring might or would probably go through a 2-year program and get all their general education courses and so forth, these are a shorter period of time and maybe certificate type programs. Is that accurate for some of them? Or?
Yeah, I would say so. Yes. Okay.
Okay, we'll say that then. So, do you have some of those programs, or we talked about the CNA program? How is that successful here in Lincoln?
Yes, so we do offer the CNA program twice a year. We offer it in our fall semester and our spring semester. So that is a 16-week course that includes a classroom component and as well as a lab component and then a clinical component as well. So students typically are able to take that class on Tuesdays and Thursdays in Lincoln, and then at the end of the 16 weeks, able to sit for the CNA certification.
All right. So suppose there are students out there who maybe are interested in college, but maybe they're a first-generation student, and so they might look to some guidance or look for some guidance from perhaps someone who's been there. I understand there's an alumni connection program now that Heartland has. Is that something you can tell us about?
Yeah, so there's lots of different ways for alumni to make connections on campus. And so the alumni committee and the alumni mentoring network, they've developed this mentoring program to foster meaningful relationships with students and with alumni of the college. And so really we want to be able to develop, like I said, those meaningful relationships so that students are learning in the classroom, but then they're also learning from someone in the industry that they hope to end up in. And so we launched a pilot program for that. The alumni committee worked very hard to fine-tune it and get it to market it to the way that they thought would be the best for our students and that relationship. And we've currently have mentors and mentees paired up and representing the fields of nursing and education. And so it's really giving them the opportunity maybe to shadow someone, to talk about their fears in the classroom, or some concerns that they might have. And really, the mentors can assure the students right now that the work that they're doing is going to pay off in the end, or they can give them a glimpse into what their future might hold. So that process happens. The application process begins in March for matches to kick off the year in August. So if students are interested in being paired with a mentor, they can look for that and apply in March.
Okay. And once again, our guests, Larissa McIlvain, Jennifer Kirby from Heartland Community College. Just got a few minutes left here, 217-648-5510 if you have questions of our guests. Once again, among the many reasons you're here is to talk to us about the upcoming event here at the Lincoln campus. For those who may be tuned in late, you want to tell us again some of the details about the October 13th event with the Lincoln Night Out Groove and Glow.
So our event is a drive-in event. It begins at 6 p.m. on October 13th. It does include a dinner from top of the 19th, and then includes also entertainment from Toucan, which is a band that plays lots of different covers. We had the opportunity to watch them at the Heartland Night Out. A lot of good songs to sing along with. And there'll also, in addition to the meal, be a cash bar, raffle opportunities, 50-50 opportunities. So really just a fun night, a fun Thursday night in Lincoln. Like I said, it is a drive-in event, so it is an outdoor event. So definitely plan to bring your chairs if you want to tailgate. And
maybe a blanket if it's going to be cool.
And so it takes place outdoors in the Heartland Community College Lincoln parking lot. The street address is
2201 Woodlawn Road.
So right in front of Walmart there. Cost is $25 per person if you're interested in attending. And as we said earlier, sponsorships would be certainly most welcome, I'm sure. And you can check in with the foundation office about those. We're just 2 minutes away from the end. Is there anything y'all wanted to talk about that we didn't get to, or something maybe we kind of went over quickly that you want to expound on a little bit more?
I didn't, so going back to the scholarship application process, so that is a similar application process and timeline for our mentor program. So students really need to apply before March 1st to be considered for the most amount of scholarships available. We do have later deadlines. There's one September 1st, so that's passed, but for smaller amounts of scholarships that we award throughout the year. But students who are going to be attending next fall want to apply early and get their applications in by March 1st to be considered for those.
Yeah, so apply by March definitely, but if you don't apply by March for whatever reason, maybe don't have the information.
Right, you're not sure if where you're going or what you're doing.
It's not like if you miss the March deadline, then you can't apply. You can still apply late. Just the pool of opportunities might be a little bit.
That's right.
Shallower, I guess.
Yeah.
So, Lincoln Campus News.
Our next registration cycle for new students is going to begin at the beginning of November for classes that begin on January 17th. So this will include our undergraduate courses as well as our CNA course that I mentioned. And then you can also reach out to our campus if you are interested in adult education, those GED preparation courses.
Okay, our guests have been Larissa McIlvain and Jennifer Kirby from Heartland Community College. Larissa is the Associate Director of Foundation Relations. Jennifer is the Director of the Lincoln Campus. As we mentioned, check it out. If you are not looking at our YouTube feed, we've got a slide of information about the October 13th event there, including particulars on ticket prices, locations, and the menu and so forth, or at least the list of activities. And for more information, you can call the Heartland Foundation, or I'm assuming they can call the local campus as well, 217-735-1731, or you can go online to heartland.edu/Lincoln Night Out. So, ladies, thank you for being here, and that has been the 4 p.m. 411. We'll be back next week with Lincoln Mayor Tracy Welch, and thank you for listening and watching. The preceding program is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.